Hello and welcome to NB Drives. My name is Nishmanya and today I'm going to be driving the all-new Land Cruiser. This is the 8th generation of the Toyota Land Cruiser, also known as the LC300. And to show you just how big this is, I'm going to walk around it. Guys, just wait there for a second. This behemoth will put the likes of the Toyota Fortuner to shame when it comes to size and road presence. So today, I'm going to walk you through how this drives, what its technical specs are, its interiors and features, and give you an impression of just what it's like on our roads, as this is one of the first few units to hit our market, and Land Cruiser is coming in full force in the coming months. So watch the full review to find out. The Land Cruiser is one of Toyota's longest running models globally, with this all-new generation coming nearly 15 years after the introduction of the previous 200 series model. A quick glance at the new LC300 will show you that Toyota hasn't messed around much with the overall styling and has retained the older model's DNA. However, the Japanese car maker has made a number of different changes to this 8th generation model to help modernize the look of the LC300. While the model still has a very upright front end, it features a much wider and larger grille that neatly flows into the smart-looking LED projector headlights. The front bumper also has a very neat and classy design, and a design touch that I really like are the power bulges on the hood. I'd also like to make a note of how menacing this Land Cruiser looks in the Attitude Black paint shade. On the side, the iconic Land Cruiser's boxy styling is still very much present, and the squared-off wheel arches and neatly flared fenders give the profile of the LC300 a very muscular look. I also think that these 20-inch polished dark aluminum alloy wheels look great and add a lot of class to this top-spec ZX model, which by the way is the only trim that the Land Cruiser is being offered in India with. The chrome treatment around the bumpers as well as around the window line of the Land Cruiser is also very tastefully done and makes the car look quite elegant. The rear of the Land Cruiser, as with previous generations, sports an uncluttered and simple look, with the Land Cruiser lettering and the sleek LED wraparound taillights being the most eye-catching elements on the otherwise upright tailgate. The simple-looking rear bumpers with the neat chrome garnish complete the look of the LC300. Overall, I think Toyota has done a fantastic job with the styling of the new LC300, as the SUV looks big and imposing but also sophisticated. Toyota has taken a big step forward with the cabin of the new LC300. The new layered dashboard and large 12.3-inch central touchscreen give the interior a contemporary look, and the high-quality materials and solid fit and finish add to the overall premium feel of the cabin. The infotainment system is reasonably responsive, and it's a high-definition panel with built-in navigation, climate controls, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. However, the UI does look dated compared to its rivals, and there are slicker screens in its competitors. The front seats are very comfortable and have seat heating, ventilation and 8-way electronic adjustment. The rear seats have a slightly knees-up seating position, though they are very well cushioned and offer good headroom and reasonable legroom. The rear also gets 2 entertainment screens and the outer seats are both heated and ventilated. The LC300 is missing a few features like a fully digital instrument cluster, integrated sun blinds for rear passengers, a panoramic sunroof and ambient lighting, all of which are available in its rivals. In India, Toyota is only offering the LC300 in 5-seat variant, meaning there is no third row of seating and instead there's a large, almost 1000-liter cargo space which is more than enough to carry luggage for all 5 passengers for a very long road trip. While the LC300 is a very capable off-roader with tons of off-road features like a locking rear differential, 4-wheel drive high and low gear ratios, and it has a ladder frame chassis. In this video, I will be driving it in its natural habitat, that is the streets of the urban jungle. From behind the wheel, the LC300 feels massive, measuring over 5.1 meters in length and being nearly 2 meters wide. The Land Cruiser definitely doesn't mask its size. Though its size and high seating position also give you the sense of being the king of the road, as you look down on not only other cars, but also most of the other SUVs that are plying on our Indian roads. Based on a new ladder frame chassis that's lighter and stiffer than before, the LC300 still has a rugged and go-anywhere feel about it, though this comes at the cost of a fair amount of body roll in the corners. However, Toyota has calibrated the adaptive spring suspension very well. The ride quality is quite supple and most bumps are soaked up very well, though there are some that filter through at low speeds and low speed ride in general is a little clunky. The steering on the LC300 is a hydraulic unit and it has been tuned to be very nice and light at low speeds, which definitely helps maneuver this big SUV through the cities. And while the steering does weigh up nicely at higher speeds, it isn't the most responsive or the most communicative unit out there. There is only one engine option that will be offered in India, that is this 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 diesel engine. The unit is decently refined in terms of NVH, though the clatter associated with diesel engines is still very much present. The 310 horsepower and 700 Nm output figures are more than enough to get this behemoth up to highway speeds fast. However, there is a hint of turbo lag lower down in the rev range, which is something the older V8 diesel didn't have. There are also 6 drive modes on offer, including Eco, Comfort, Normal, Sports, Sports Plus and Custom, that primarily tweak the throttle and gearbox response. Speaking of the gearbox, the 10-speed automatic unit shifts through cogs very smoothly and is tuned very well, as it always keeps you in the power band. Toyota has taken a big step forward with the all-new generation of the Land Cruiser, not only in terms of its design and features compared to the older model, but also in terms of overall refinement. This partly explains why this SUV has a near 4-year waiting period internationally. The other part obviously is the supply chain shortages. However, the LC300 is also commanding big money in India. With a price tag of over 2.1 crores ex-showroom, it costs significantly more than rivals such as the Land Rover Defender 130, the Mercedes GLS and the BMW X7. All of which, by the way, have a third row of seats and more creature comforts. That said, the LC300 can still brag about the bulletproof reliability that's associated with this nameplate and has been for the last many years, as well as the superb off-road capabilities it offers. So, I hope you guys liked this video, and I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on the new Toyota Land Cruiser, as well as whether you would pick it over its rivals in the comment section below. I'd also like to take a quick minute to thank all of you for the generous support you've shown me and this channel, as we've already got over 1500 views and almost 250 subs in the few short days this channel has been live. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button, maybe consider subscribing, and do share this video with anyone else who you think would find this content enjoyable. Also, there's plenty of more content headed your way. My next video will go live on Sunday. Till then, if you want more content, maybe watch the first drive video of the Porsche 718 Boxster linked here.